Houses of stone scattered among a wilderness of thatched cabins. The streets were mere crooked alleys and unpaved. Troops of dogs and nude children played in the sun and made life and noise. Hogs roamed and rooted contentedly about, and one of them lay in a reeking wallow in the middle of the main thoroughfare and suckled her family. Presently there was a distant blare of military music. It came nearer, still nearer, and soon a noble cavalcade wound into view, glorious with plumed helmets and flashing mail, and flaunting banners and rich doublets, and horse-cloths and gilded spearheads, and through the muck and swine and naked brats, and joyous dogs and shabby huts. It took its gallant way, and in its wake we followed. Followed through one winding alley, then another, and climbing, always climbing, till at last we gained the breeze height where the huge castle stood. There was an exchange of bugle blasts, then a parley from the walls, where men-at-arms in hauberk and morion marched back and forth with halbert at shoulder, under flapping banners, with the rude figure of a dragon displayed upon them. And then the great gates were flung open, the drawbridge was lowered, and the head of the cavalcade swept forward under the frowning arches, and we, following, soon found ourselves in a great paved court, with towers and turrets stretching up into the blue air on all the four sides, and all about us the dismount was going on, and much greeting and ceremony and running to and fro, and a gay display of moving and intermingling colors, and an altogether pleasant stir and noise and confusion. Chapter 2. King Arthur's Court. The moment I got a chance, I slipped away privately and touched an ancient, common-looking man on the shoulder, and said, in an insinuating, confidential way, "Friend, do me a kindness. Do you belong to the asylum, or are you just on a visit, or something like that?" He looked me over stupidly and said, "Marry, fair sir, meseemeth—" "That will do," I said. "I reckon you're a patient." I moved away, cogitating, and at the same time keeping an eye out for any chance passenger in his right mind that might come along and give me some light. I judged I had found one presently, so I drew him aside and said in his ear, "If I could see the head keeper in a minute, only just a minute." "Prythee, do not let me." "Let you what?" "Hinder me, then, if the word please thee better." Then he went on to say he was an undercook, and could not stop to gossip, though he would like it another time, for it would comfort his very liver to know where I got my clothes. As he stared away, he pointed and said yonder was one who was idle enough for my purpose, and was seeking me besides, no doubt. This was an airy, slim boy in shrimp-colored tights that made him look like a forked carrot, and the rest of his gear was blue silk and dainty laces and ruffles, and he had long yellow curls, and wore a plumed pink satin hat tilted complacently over his ear. By his gait, he was satisfied with himself. He was pretty enough to frame. He arrived, looked me over with a smiling and impudent curiosity, said he had come for me, and informed me that he was a page. "Go, long," I said. "You ain't more than a paragraph." It was pretty severe, but I was nettled. However, it never fazed him. He didn't appear to know he was hurt. He began to talk and laugh in happy, thoughtless, boyish fashion as we walked along, and made himself old friends with me at once. Asked me all sorts of questions about myself and about my clothes, but never waited for an answer. Always chattered straight ahead as if he didn't know he'd asked a question and wasn't expecting any reply, until at last he happened to mention that he was born in the beginning of the year 513. It made the cold chills creep over me. I stopped and said a little faintly, "Maybe I didn't hear you just right. Say it again and say it slow. What year was it?" 513. 513, you don't look it. Come, my boy, I'm a stranger and friendless. Be honest and honorable with me. are